Hello and welcome. I'm your host, Elizibar. We are going to talk about Mirka Andolfo's Sweet Paprika. Paprika, number 4. I'm saying the name over and over again because I'm trying to figure out why we have the whole sticking the author's name in front of it part when, I think Paprika or Sweet Paprika on their own are pretty, unique. Like, the only other thing I can think of that's named Paprika, aside from the spice, is the animated film from when did that come out? Like 10 years ago or something? And it's a pretty cool film. It's all about how dreams are exploration of wants and desires and dreams, and over the course of the film, that stuff starts bleeding into reality. Really cool film if you haven't seen it. It's visually stunning. I think is the only word I can use. Stunning. The comic here maybe isn't visually stunning, but it sure has some moments where it looks absolutely fantastic. We're going to just kind of flip open to this. It's a very cartoonish style, which doesn't mean it's like childish or anything like that. So if I say something like it's got a cartoonish look or whatever, it's only because we can flip from something like pseudo-realistic, like check out Chamomile up here, to something that's just like super stylized and out of control. We do it at the drop of a hat, especially with Paprika's character because she's so emotionally volatile. She's got all that stuff bottled up inside of her. And when it bleeds out, heaven help whoever is nearby because they are going to be having a really bad day. Just like poor Chamomile here, who is trying to blackmail his boss. Not a good plan, Chamomile. Now, over the course of this issue, Paprika is trying to figure out how to have a relationship with Zatar here, which is another character named after Spice. She goes shopping, she's looking around, she has an encounter with somebody. Things don't go in the same direction, and at the end of it, she ends up calling somebody for help. Probably not in the same way that a normal person would call somebody for help, but she calls somebody for help, so at least she recognizes she has a problem. Even if that problem is kind of her dad, who is out of the country hiding in Italy after having a heart attack in the middle of some debauchery. Like, there's a lot going on in this book, yo. The writing is good. Everything is paced well. The art is fantastic. Like, this book is just kind of checking off, like, all the check boxes of this is a funny, romantic comedy, sex farce type thing. Like, there's elements of, like, Woody Allen movies in here. There's a lot of elements of other works by Mirka Andolfo, like if you've read Unsacred, if you've read Unnatural. Oh, there's a lot of uns here. You'll recognize some of the same story beats. Even Mercy has some of these same beats, but this is more like Unsacred than the other stories. And it's good. That whole book, what was it, like 12, 13, or 14 issues, something like that? Like, that was just funny. Started out as like a daily webcomic kind of feel, and it kind of just grew there, which is funny because that's what a lot of webcomics did, is they started off as like daily webcomics, and they migrated to being like actual stories. Exploitation Now is a good example of that. It started out as like one-page comedy strips every day, and before anybody knew it, they were like battling ninjas and Cthulhu and who knows what else. Like, crazy stuff. This is just a funny story. It's definitely adult, so if you're not 18, you probably shouldn't buy this book. If you are 18, you're probably okay, depending on your local area. I can't talk up like her character. I mean, look, here she thinks she's talking to her dad, but it's Zatar, and immediately, boom, just like that. I think we've all kind of had a moment in our lives like that, where you're all worked up, you got that righteous indignation going on, you're getting ready to take it out on somebody, and then you realize that the person you're talking to isn't the one to take it out on. It's very human, it's very real, and while exaggerated, like, nothing in here feels impossible, except for maybe the fire breathing, but I think if we kind of take that as more of a metaphorical thing than literal, it's realistic. So check out Sweet Paprika. You might still be able to get in on this. I don't know if stores still have issue 1, but you might be able to get in on it. And if you can, you should. You should get on the train, start riding, because it's a funny book. You all take care of yourselves. You have a great day, great night, great whatever you got going on. Hope to see you again next time. Bye-bye.